If you enjoy the video and my content, please consider supporting my channel over on Patreon at patreon.com/kaatydidart. Thanks so much! Welcome back to Inktober 2018. Today I'm going to be painting for you day number 17 with the theme of sun, and I'm actually really excited to be bringing this one to you all. So this one is one I actually line arted first because there's a really good reason for that. I wanted this to be a very simplistic piece with barely any shading, barely any like fanciness. It's just going to be like flat washes and bold colors and mostly warm colors. And the reason for that is, drumroll please if you can't tell what it is from the actual video, I decided to do like a tarot card kind of thing. So I'm really excited because I've never really drawn a tarot card, and this is probably super inaccurate to a tarot card, so please don't come at me in the comments, but this one was certainly fun. So what I drew was a person kind of like worshipping the sun in a way, and they're like a bird-like creature. She definitely reminds me of Medley from Legend of Zelda. I don't know if you've ever played Wind Waker, but that's what she reminds me of. So it was definitely fun, and I was kind of looking up references for some of the really old tarot cards, and I got a lot of inspiration from like their color palettes and stuff. And since this one is the sun, I wanted to keep with the theme of, you know, the sun, and I decided to paint it in mostly warm colors. I do add like a green and a blue just to add like the grass and the sky, but other than that, everything is in shades of reds or yellows or oranges or browns or something like that, just to kind of give it that warm feeling. Honestly, this one probably was one of the most fun ones I did out of all of them so far, just because I got to play around with something a little different and do something a little different. And these wings also are a little weird looking, but I really like them. They're just kind of bubbly and fun, and I really like that. So if you're interested in this particular piece, as well as all my other Inktober pieces, in a nifty little book titled Into the Swamp, or you're interested in any of my acrylic pens, which are pretty much like enamel pens, but they're made out of acrylic, I have pre-orders available for those, and there will be a link on the screen to where you can go check that out. Basically, I'm doing pre-orders, obviously, and they're going to be at a discounted price, and you'll get pre-order bonuses up until October 30th, and that is when pre-orders do close. So if you're interested in getting these super duper limited items, head on over there and get them fast, because I know the books are selling really quickly, and I only have a few more left. So if you're interested in those, definitely go check them out, because once they're gone forever. I'm not printing them ever again, and that's super sad, but they're super limited, so you'll know you'll be getting something really limited, I guess. So I decided to include all of the line art portion for this just because, well, honestly, it was fun, and it's kind of satisfying to watch some of these lines just kind of happen. And of course I created the border with my ruler just to make sure it was nice and straight. It would be fun to draw my own tarot deck, but I don't think I would have the patience for all of that. And if I did, it would be in like a super simplistic style, kind of like this one. So now that all the line art is drawn and the pencil lines have been erased, now I'm going to go in with flat color. If you want to know any and all supplies I'm using in this particular video, I will have a supply list down in the description below. Or if you want to know any general supplies that I'm going to be using for this whole Inktober, I will have a video pop up on the screen to where you can go check out my tips and supplies video for finishing this Inktober. So yeah, but make sure you watch this video first, because you don't want to miss out on the art, do ya? I guess you could, I don't know. But anyway, like I said, I kept her color scheme really simple, and I did have a hard time picking out what I was going to put where. I pretty much knew that I wanted her wings to be brown, and I knew that I wanted her skin to be not light, but I wanted it to be kind of like slightly tanned. So I made it kind of like this orangey color. And then her outfit, I think, is what gave me the most trouble, because I wasn't sure what parts I wanted yellow and what parts I wanted orange, and the same with her hair. So I didn't even do a color comp for this, which is terrible. You should always do a color comp. And I just winged it. No pun intended. Actually, you know what? That pun is 1000% intended. Anyway, I winged it, and I actually really like the way it came out, so I am very happy that I decided to wing it. Sometimes winging it really works, and then sometimes it just really doesn't. It's kind of one of those 50-50 things. But anyway, after I get through painting her skin, I do not shade it because, again, like I already mentioned, I wanted to keep this super simplistic. I decided to go red for her hair, like super bright red. I was going to do her hair brown, and then I really didn't want her to look like Medley from Wind Waker, so I was like, okay, her hair needs to be a different color. So I decided to go with this like pinky red, and I really like this color. Then I go ahead and put the little jewels on her shirt in the red as well. And then I remembered that she had a midsection showing, so I was like, oh shoot, I need to paint that. But then I don't. Wait, what? Why didn't I paint that? Anyway, I'm going in with my sepia right here, and I'm just filling in this feathery area, and I try to do just a simple gradient, but I will go back later and add more gradients into the feathers because I don't know, I felt like they needed a little more oomph instead of just this weird gradient that I was able to achieve with them. Also, that ink is kind of chunky, so it is a little harder for that specific color to gradate, which I find very strange. I don't know if it's because I bought it from a Hobby Lobby shelf where it's probably been sitting for my entire lifetime, or if it's just the ink itself is chunky. I do know that my other brown ink is slightly chunky, but it's not near as bad as this one, so I honestly don't know. I'm always very hesitant to buy inks from Hobby Lobby because I swear they've been sitting there for literally ever. So I bought this one on a whim because I didn't want to buy it online because I didn't want to wait for shipping and pay shipping and all that good stuff. So then after I paint the wings, I wanted to tie in more yellow to this piece because obviously the sun. So I made her little sash and her, I don't even know, like the border of her shirt, the yellow color. And then, and yes, she is kneeling, even though her legs look like little sausages. Actually, I had her in this really weird pose, and it was like very, I don't even know how to explain it, like, I don't know, very angular, and it was very strange. I had sketched it when I was tired, and then when I came back to it the next day, I was like, oh no, this is not gonna work. Then I went in with an orange to color the rest of her shirt, and I believe, yeah, her mouth and eyes. And then now I'm going to be painting pretty much the background, and honestly, this part is just not really super, you know, exciting. But I just love the look of this piece. I love her arms and the sun in the background, and I don't know, I just love everything about it, and just the general watercolory, old-timey feel to it. It's fun, and it was a lot of fun for me to do a piece like this, and again, it makes me want to do more tarot pieces, and maybe it'll be a project I tackle someday, but not today because there are way too many tarot cards for me to even wrap my mind around doing an illustration for each of them, but that's okay. I think here is where I struggled with what to do with the background. I was initially going to do a sunset because I wanted to keep it all warm colors, and then I kind of bit the bullet and was like, you know what, just do a really light wash of blue and it'll accent kind of everything else you've painted, and it did. It actually brought a lot of the warm colors out, which was a nice change of scenery, because I think if I had done a sunset, it would have really washed out the colors and just kind of made it very samey. So I am very glad I decided to go with blue. And again, it is a super watered down amount of blue. But yeah, I've had fun with this piece. I've had fun with Inktober. So how are you all doing with Inktober? I mean, we're pretty far into Inktober now. We're 17 days in. So how are you doing? And don't feel bad if you haven't finished it. It's okay. I mean, it happens. Things happen. Or maybe you just got burnt out. You know, it's okay. So leave a comment down below. Let me know how you're doing. If you are still participating in Inktober, don't forget to use the hashtag Squidoodling with Katie to share it with me, because I would love to see it. A lot of you have been sharing your amazing pieces with me, and I've been trying to like and comment on as many as I can, and it's just been so fun, and I've been absolutely loving seeing what you guys are creating. You all are super talented. Oh my gosh. And it's been fun. So anyway, Now I am just going ahead and blocking out my terrible block words. I am so bad at making block words, and I suppose it could be better if I actually like used a little grid, but ain't nobody got time for that. Anyway, we're going to be taking a look at the final piece in just a moment. I want to thank you all so incredibly much for watching, especially if you got this far in the video. If you did get this far in the video, comment down below Bird Maiden. Just random, I guess. Not really. It's very applicable to this video. Anyway, if you aren't already and you want to be a part of our cute squid pod, there is a subscribe button down below as well as a bell button next to it that if you click that, you become part of the squid pod squad, which is basically a notification squad that gets notified on when you upload new videos, or when I upload new videos. I will be posting all of my Inktober pieces over on my social media as the days go by, so if you want to keep updated with that, don't forget, social media links are in the description below. And yeah, again, thank you so much for watching. Look forward to tomorrow, day number 17, and until next time, my adorable squidlings, toodaloo!